CBS This Morning partners with the professional networking site LinkedIn for our continuing series, Work in Progress. We explore the future of jobs and the issues facing the American workforce. This morning, we're looking at the growing shortage of truck drivers. More than 70% of the goods we consume are carried on the nation's highways. A new report says the industry needs to hire roughly 90,000 new truckers each year to keep up with demand. Chris Van Cleave shows us why so many of those jobs are unfilled and how it would drive up cost for you.
The American trucker carries our country.
Nothing we get isn't touched by a truck.
They say truckers drive the American economy. If that's the case, we could be in trouble. 50,000 more drivers are needed by the end of 2017. That number could more than triple in 10 years.
When we're buying more stuff out there, whether that's cars, refrigerators, you name it, we're putting that in trucks, and that's going to exacerbate the shortage that we have.
Bob Costello is the chief economist for the industry trade group American Trucking Associations.
Once we hit that 100,000 mark, I think that's where we start to see problems throughout the economy.
Problems like product shortages, delivery delays, and higher prices. Demographics are largely behind the shortfall, but the lifestyle, including extended periods away from home, can also be a major deterrent.
There's a sense that people just don't want to be truck drivers. Why do you think that is?
It's a hard life. I mean, I got a 36-inch box that I'm sleeping in the back of my truck most nights. I get hotels from time to time, but you've got to want to do it. You've got to want to be able to travel, go different places, see different things, and deal with different people every day. Can we fix something?
We met Greg Gettenberg waiting for his rig to be repaired at Iowa 80, the world's largest truck stop outside Davenport, Iowa. He's made life on the road work for his family, and that gives him and drivers like Jennifer Gossman a lot of bargaining power.
How hard was it to find a truck driver job?
It was just a matter of making phone calls and seeing what company is, works around what you want. Your home time, the pay, how long you have to be out. There's companies that, when you first start, you have to be out there for 6 months. I didn't want that.
Iowa 80 doesn't typically allow recruiters here at the truck stop because they fear it would turn into a bit of a frenzy. Instead, once a year, they hold a truckers' jamboree where recruiters are allowed to come in. This year, more than 44,000 people attended. We found rail recruiter Greg Kepfel at the Great American Truck Show in Dallas.
The employment market for truck drivers is what I would call hyper-competitive, and we feel it every day. We always say yesterday was our easiest day.
His company hopes to attract new drivers, including millennials, by paying them to get a commercial driver's license and complete on-the-job training. Many drivers tell us it comes down to one thing.
I think if they want to hire more drivers, they're going to have to increase the pay.
Fleets are raising wages and offering incentives to attract drivers, but pressure to keep shipping costs down has also put a damper on compensation. LinkedIn's Chip Cutter.
If you look at the federal data, a truck driver in 2006 was actually making more than he or she would be making in 2016 if you factor in the cost of living. It's a couple $100 difference, but still, it shows that wages really have not meaningfully increased to address the shortage.
That data puts median driver pay just over $41,000. Still, many see trucking as a road to a better life. The industry just needs to convince tens of thousands more to hit the road. For CBS This Morning, Chris Van Cleave, Walcott, Iowa.
I think there will always be a need for truck drivers. One truck driver told me this once, I've never forgotten it. When you look around your room and your house and your job, there's nothing in this place that didn't get here without a truck.
Yeah,
without a truck driver at some point.
As they say, essential to our economy.
That's right. So they should be very well paid.
What's up, convoy? I haven't made a video in a minute. I was actually on home time for 7 days, and I've been back out, 4 or 5 days now. But got a lot of interesting stuff to fill you guys in on, including a career change that I'm making. That's right, I am leaving K&B Transportation, not because of anything that K&B did. It's just a career change that I feel is necessary for myself. But that's not what this video is about. This video is actually about you guys. Almost every week I get emails, texts, phone calls, and comments. And a recurring question I have from a lot of you is, what's the best company out there? And to be honest with you guys, I don't know what the best company is for you, because I don't think that there's one solid company out there that is right for every single driver. So you guys have inspired me to seek out some help with that question, essentially. For the last couple of months, I've actually been communicating back and forth with someone who's actually become a personal friend of mine now, and his name is Thor. And he has a business, it's his own business, that basically links up drivers and companies. And essentially, I guess you could call him a recruiter, but he's not the typical recruiter. What Thor does is you give him a call and you tell him your wants and needs, and he works with, not for. Let's get that clear right away. He doesn't work for any particular company. He works with many companies, but he works with a lot of companies, and he basically matches your wants and needs to the proper company that could help you get what you want from a company, which is amazing, because I know a lot of you guys have talked to recruiters, and see, the word recruiter just comes with baggage, you know, you automatically assume that they're not telling you the whole truth, and that their primary job is to get your ass into their seat to drive their truck, and that's not at all what Thor's about. And that's actually why I haven't said anything about Thor for the last couple of months since I've been talking with him, because I really wanted to feel this guy. I really wanted to feel like if I was passing along information about this to you guys, that I stood behind what somebody was trying to do, and that I believed in what they were trying to do was for the greater good of a driver, not for companies. And I can honestly, safely say that I do feel that Thor works for the driver. He did want me to specifically tell you guys that he may not be able to help every single buddy that calls him. You know, he's been in business like 6 years, and he doesn't he doesn't work with every single company, and he doesn't have the inside scoop on every single company. But one part that he told me about that really makes me trust him and really like what he's doing is that the information about the companies that he works with, for a large part, I mean, he gets a lot of basic information from the company themselves, but he talks to drivers. I actually had an opportunity to meet him a couple days ago. I got some footage of that. I'll show you Thor, so you can kind of put a face to the name. And he gathers information from drivers themselves, not just from what the company tells him. And he did tell me that he's always gaining companies that he works with, and dropping some companies that he's used to work with, I guess you could say. If he referred a couple of guys to a particular company, and he follows up with them, and they say bad things and they're no longer working there, he doesn't work with them anymore. The goal of what he's trying to do is build trust in us drivers, to trust him to place drivers with companies. And I know it can get pretty annoying. It's happened to me a couple times. When I was searching for a job, I'd find out a company, and I'd want to work for them. And from something I saw online, or from, when I talked to just one driver from a truck stop or something, I'd give the company a call, and they would tell me stuff like, oh, you don't have enough experience, or you need a hazmat to work here, you need X amount of experience to work here, or you have to run the Northeast, or whatever kind of extra thing that particular company wants. Basically, you have to meet their standards to work for them. And the best thing about what Thor's doing is he's flipping that whole scenario, and basically companies have to match your standards, and he sets it up in that manner. He gets your information, he understands what your wants and needs are, and he goes through all of his company lists, and he finds the right position, right company for you. So that's why I stand behind Thor. That's why I'm telling you guys about what he's doing. He's not a typical recruiter. And I honestly believe he's doing something for the greater good of the driver, which I do think things like this are going to catch on like wildfire. And I think after more and more people start doing what Thor's doing, I think that the average typical person who is a recruiter may not have a job much longer. I hope, at least, because I'm not saying every single recruiter is a liar or whatever, but their primary job is to work for one company and to get drivers in the seats of their trucks. And I mean, I know pretty much if you've been around the trucking industry for a while, more than likely you know that you've been lied to by a recruiter. It's kind of common knowledge. So I hope you guys, if you guys are looking for a better job, or if he has opportunities for pretty much everybody from right out of CDL school all the way up till if you're looking for a good company to buy a truck with, or if you're the owner operator and you want to lease on to a better company. He's got opportunities pretty much for everybody. But like I did say, he may not have the right company for you to be working with. He can't help every single person that calls in. He did want me to tell you guys that. So I will leave all of his contact information down in the description box below. And hopefully you give him a call. Even if you're content with where you're at and what you're doing, he's not going to be one of those annoying recruiters that calls you every month and tells you about how great a particular company is, because Thor does not push one particular company. Before you hear about any particular company, he's gonna talk to you and find out what your wants and needs are first, before he just throws a company at you. So, like I said, he is essentially a recruiter, but he's not the typical recruiter. And actually, if I am not mistaken, this is something that Trucker Steve was interested in starting himself. I don't know if, I'm sure most of you guys have seen his videos, but he mentioned something about findabettertruckingjob.com to match companies and drivers for the needs and wants of a driver. So I do think and hope that this kind of recruiting is going to be a trend, and that the typical lying recruiters are kind of be phasing out because of people like Thor and Trucker Steve doing what they're doing. So like I said, Thor's information will be down in the description box below, and give him a call, see what he might be able to work with you. He'll probably be able to work for you, but he also understand he may not have an opportunity for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that you give Thor a call. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not part of the convoy, all you got to do to become part of the convoy is hit that subscribe button. So I appreciate you guys watching. Stay safe out there and run hard and get paid.
This headset has the industry's best noise cancellation, so you'll be sure to be heard clearly. The headset features the new blue parrot button, which is customizable. You can use it as a mute button or a speed dialing or more. The next button is the multifunction, and it controls the on-off, call and answer, and pairings function. Below that, you've got your volume controls. The ear pad is large and comfortable, so you can wear it all day without a problem. The flexible gooseneck bends easily and stays where you put it. It features a microphone with Blue Parrot's extreme noise suppression. The B350 XT pairs easily with your phone or GPS unit for calls, streaming music, or getting GPS directions right into your headset. Just one touch is all it takes to pair it to your device. You can use the headset with 2 cell phones or a phone and a computer at the same time. You can also keep the headset up to date with the latest firmware using the VXI updater. The battery life is great. You can talk for over 24 hours on a single charge. When it comes time to charge it back up, just plug the micro USB cable into either one of the included AC or DC chargers, whichever works best for you for your situation.
Speaking of charging, there are a lot of things in your truck that require power, whether that means they require constant power or they just need to be charged up. you need some way to supply them that power. We love the PowerDrive PD3000 inverter. PowerDrive has a number of inverters in all sizes to fit your needs. So if you don't need 3,000 watts of power, check out one of these. The PD3000 provides 3,000 watts of continuous power for AC devices, with a high surge capacity for devices that require up to 6,000 watts to start. You can see the wattage output on the LCD display, which is removable and comes with an extension cable. You can run this elsewhere in your cab and mount it, for example on your dash, so you can keep an eye on it. The PD3000 has 4 3-pronged AC outlets and 2 USB outlets for devices like phones and tablets. One of the coolest features of the PowerDrive inverter is the ability to access it remotely. Download the free app and you can pair your device to the inverter. You can monitor the inverter, change settings, perform tests, and power the inverter on and off, all from your phone. With this feature and the removable display, you can hide the inverter away, but still have access to all of its features. The PD3000 is built tough to withstand the rigors of life on the road, and has some great safety features like temperature, high and low voltage, and overload protections, with audible alarms and safety shutoff for safety and reliability.
We also have the TruckerTough QI wireless charger. The TruckerTough QI wireless smartphone charger is a true hands-free device. Just dock your compatible phone for quick and easy charging on the go. No more hassle of trying to plug it in while you're driving. It's also customizable to all shapes and sizes of smartphones.
Finally, we wanted to throw in a bonus gadget. The Hydro Flask is great for keeping your drinks cold or hot. This is the 21st century's answer to the thermos. They come in a range of sizes from 12 ounces all the way up to 64-ounce growler. You can put hot or cold drinks in them, and they keep them at the temperatures they're supposed to be. They'll keep cold drinks cold for 24 hours and hot drinks hot for 6. I've tested this out and they live up to their claims. It's great to come back to a hot truck that's been sitting in the sun for hours and have a cold drink waiting inside. They're made out of durable stainless steel, and they have a double-walled vacuum seal construction, so they never have condensation on the outside of them, and they'll stand up to a beating. You can get different types of lids for hot drinks or cold, and the bottles come in a range of great colors. So those are our picks for the best gadgets for truckers. If you've got a favorite gadget that you didn't see on this list, let us know. We're always open to learning about new things. If you've got any questions, please leave those in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have great videos like this coming out every week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.